Good morning. Well, today is the day after my 72nd birthday. I honestly never thought I would live this long. And I know a lot of people say I'm still young, but you know what? In the reality of it all, 72 is quite an achievement. You know, I haven't done a lot of worldly things, but I have done a lot of things. And, you know, recently I learned that my great-granddaughter was diagnosed with autism. She's a beautiful little girl, and I wish she was close by, but I see that she is going to be, you know, just a wonderful, wonderful little girl and grow into a wonderful young woman. She may have challenges along the way, but it's just another bridge to cross. And that's my focus today, is my chapter 3 is crossing more bridges. I've crossed a lot of bridges in my life, and I've had a lot of struggles, and I never knew why. So recently, I was led to take this test on the autism.org, I think it is. Plus I did another one on, I forget the name of it, but it was another, it was a psychiatric site, just because I started researching autism a little bit more than I normally would, because it hadn't really touched my life, or so I thought. And it's kind of hard to admit this, but the one test on this, it was a psychological test. I can't remember exactly what they called it, but the test results were quite surprising. And when I did the one on the autism site, when I finished the test, the results came up with, you know, to seek medical advice, or, you know, my family doctor or whatever. It's always an upheaval. I was always, you know, pawned off on other people. And I know some family I am. I've been through a lot, and I'm getting better. And I'm getting better because I'm making myself better. And the only difference is getting a diagnosis might make other people feel better or worse, but it's not going to help me. I really don't see myself living any differently than I am. It might have helped me many years ago when I was developing into a person, into an adult, or during my marriage, which was, and this is another thing people won't like and won't understand, but early on in my marriage, I was told that I made my bed, I better lie in it. So I did, because that was what I was told. And they told me I had tenacity, that, you know, I was like the Energizer Bunny. I just, you know, shit knocked me down, and I wallowed in it for a little while, and then I got up and started walking. And that's how I lived my whole life, and I don't think that that's wrong. And I wouldn't change that part of me for anything. I think that was probably one of my best attributes. So we all need time to grieve and to, not just for people but for ourselves. And if we aren't given that time, then we don't have a chance to get back up and keep going. And all of my life, that's what I've done, but it's been when I was ready. So when you cross these bridges in your life, it's your choice to just move on or to burn them. There's been a few bridges I have burned, but there's good reason for those. I don't do it lightly. I don't just burn bridges just for the heck of it. I do it because of my own self-esteem or my protection, my mental protection. And so I don't feel that this is in any way something that I need to change. I feel that it works for me now that I understand, without a professional diagnosis, but through the testing I've done online, which I've researched, and a lot of women and men have not known that they were autistic until they've taken these tests. And when you research further, there's really nothing they can do for you. When they're young, you can go to therapy, you can learn life skills. When you're 72, I think I've learned enough life skills. I can make it through. If I just stay in my house for the rest of my life, well, who cares? Who cares? It isn't going to affect anybody's life but mine. And that doesn't mean I'm going to stay in my house for the rest of my life. I'm just saying that if I chose to do that, it's not hurting anybody. Recently, a friend, was trying to encourage me to, go and be, go do these things at these senior places. They play pickleball and they play, bingo. I don't like either one of those things. I've always hated them. I don't like bingo. I never did. I've tried it several times and it's boring and I just can't stand it. Just the sound of and repetitive sound of them calling out the numbers drives me crazy. So I can't get any enjoyment out of it, so why would I do it? Why would I take the precious time that I have and do that instead of doing artwork? I'd rather sit here and glue pictures on paper because it gives me more satisfaction, and I'm touching someone else's beauty and their thoughts and their desire to create. This makes me happy. This satisfies me. It gives me peace. So as I'm gluing this one, I look at a wreath. I used to look at wreaths as far as like for death, for people that die. But now I look at a wreath like this and it's hope. Because you can go through this opening and there's a whole brand new life out there if that's what you want to do. And I know that there's hope for me. I don't have to go somewhere to find that peace. Sure, I'm lonely. I admit it. I'm very lonely. But I'm also not interested in creating false friendships or whatever. I've had some traumatic things happen to me in the past couple of years that have shut me down. I don't trust that I can make a decision on someone being true. That they aren't. Yeah, it's kind of paranoid, but I have good reason for it. Yeah, I was taken advantage of really badly by several people when my husband died, plus the trauma of the family who never had a good thing to say about him, all of a sudden, treating me like I was the evil person. And, so it was very hard to deal with. Very hard. But I'm getting through it. And I'm getting through it by those people. I burn bridges with them. I don't ever want them in my life. I don't care about them anymore. I feel that they broke my trust. All they wanted was to make me feel bad and guilty for something that I didn't even do. And so yeah, I'm at a crossroad for sure. But that crossroad is my I don't want to say salvation, but kind of is, because I don't care what they think about me. They were dishonest. They were I don't even want to say just dishonest. They lied. They just out and out lied about me. And they tried to make everything about my life with my husband a lie, and it wasn't. He was the most wonderful person in my life, and I would not be surprised if he was also autistic, because we shared a lot of the same traits. We were a lot alike, and we just kind of got each other. We really did. And when we couldn't deal with something, we gave each other that space. Oh, I love that. I absolutely love this. This looks so, yeah, this is perfect for this spot. I feel that we were put together for a reason, and it was so that we could both heal, and that we could both die with a clear conscience. And his death was too soon. I wish he was still here, but if he would have made it, he wouldn't have been himself. He wouldn't have been able to do all the things that he loved, and that would have been a tragedy. So I'm not glad that he died. I'm just glad he doesn't suffer. That's all. But we all have to deal with this. The loss, the grief, disappointment, resentment, all of that. I don't resent anything about him. I'd marry that man 1,000, 100,000, 1,000,000, a trillion times. I would marry him over and over again, because he was that awesome, and he made my life a joy. I don't know, every day was joyful. Every day there was, some kind of love and just appreciation of each other. Not everybody can say that. Not everybody can say that they had that in their life. Well, I did. I had 44 years of not having it, and then all of a sudden I had it. And I was blessed that he was in my life, and even if people don't understand it, they don't have to, because it was part of what made us special. And I will always feel gratitude for our time together. It hurts deeply that we're not together. But someday maybe we will be together again, if we're so blessed to have that chance. And I'm not ready to leave this world, but I'm ready if my time is here. How is that? Some people kind of got the idea that I was going to commit suicide. I had thought about it because I just didn't want to live without him. But I'm still here and I'm still fighting. Today I'm just fighting back tears. You know, the realization that I am 99.9% sure that I have had autism all my life, and somehow, I mean, not a severe case, obviously, but it explains so much. It explains some of the things that I could not learn, and some of the things that I excelled in, and just, you know, wow. And yeah, so it really, I want to learn more about it. I want to be able to just live my life with that thought that even though my life could have been better, it was pretty damn good with what tools I had. So I have to keep thinking that I had a reason to be here in this way. I wish I wouldn't have passed this on to my grandson and my granddaughter, great-granddaughter, but I didn't know. And yeah. So I'm going to close this one. I didn't explain too much about it, but you can see where my head was at. These are just backgrounds. I can do more with them in the future. Right now I just want backgrounds, as I have shared with you before, but these two are very they're emotional. These are emotional, but they're not grieving for Henry. They are grieving for myself, for the things that I didn't know. But I still have bridges to cross. And that's all I can say. I still have some bridges to cross. And once I do that, maybe that's the end. I don't know, the final bridge. The staircase to heaven, I don't know. Probably won't go to heaven, but I don't know if I even believe in it anymore. So yeah. Well, 2 more backgrounds done and a lot of talking done, and I hope you don't mind. If you have listened to this video, please just put a like on there. You don't have to comment. Same thing on my blog. The only way you'll see this is if you're on my blog, and yeah, I don't even know if I'm putting the links on the blog. I probably should, but I think I'll only put a link to the playlist, and then you can pick and choose. I have to figure out how to do that. I've since COVID, I've lost a lot of those skills doing websites and stuff. I've lost a lot of that information in my head. It's coming back, but it's taking its time. And but anyway, if you do read my blog, please just give me a like. Just let me know you've actually been there and read it. I don't expect anything for it. You know, I'm just trying to heal myself, and in doing so, maybe my thoughts are your thoughts, and it helps to heal you too, or gives you some insight or some ideas on how to take care of you. So that's it for today. Thank you. Bye-bye.